Good morning. Okay, so I wanted to come live real quick and talk about something. I'm about to get kind of deep with y'all right now. Emotional eating. Like, emotional eating is definitely something of the mind, the mindset, where you are. Before I continue, whenever you hop in, just say hi and tell us where you're coming from below. And let me know if you're watching the original or you're watching the replay, and where you're from. So, anyways, emotional eating is crazy. Okay, so emotional eating is a very touchy subject. It's something that most people won't even admit to, really, or don't even know that they have. But emotional eating is of the mind, and it's definitely a mindset thing. But have you ever thought that we as women, and I don't know really about men because I'm not a man, but have you ever thought that our emotions, like we eat emotionally when we're sad, when we're happy, when we're glad, when we're pissed, when we're anxious, when we're stressed, like, do you ever think that we eat emotionally because our emotions aren't fed? I know. So I don't know. This is kind of crazy, and might be a little deep, but it's for real. Have you ever thought about that? Like, okay, but our emotions aren't fed. But whose fault is that? Ours. Because we are in control of our emotions. But what happens is we give our control, and we give our control of our happiness and our livelihood, and whether we're sad, anxious, upset, mad, stressed, we give it to other people. Hello? Whether it's on relationships, whether you give it to your husband, whether you give it to your kids, whether you give it to your finances, your bank account, like your circumstances, that is what we give our emotions to, and that's bad, and that's why we emotionally eat. And at least that's where I'm coming from. So step one in the emotional eating recovery will be to take back control. To take back control of how you feel. To take back control of your emotions. To no longer allow your circumstances the power to control your emotions. To no longer allow the people in your life the power to control your emotions. Because when someone pisses you off, or when somebody... when you're stressed out about something, when you want to do something, when somebody makes you angry, when you have unrealistic expectations, what do you go do? Most of us emotionally eat. I'm a recovering emotional eater, and I will always be a recovering emotional eater, but that's what happens. So, take back control of your mind. Take back control of your emotions. Take back control of your mindset. Stop giving your circumstances or the people around you or your relationships or your finances the power to control your emotions. Because then you're giving them the control over your life. Really? You are. You know, you're giving them the control over, like a lot of us emotionally eat, and then we're on a diet, and then we emotionally eat, and then we binge, and then we restrict, and then so then we feel like crap on that end about that, right? Like we feel like crap when we look in the mirror, we feel ashamed of who we are. Stop. And you have to stop. So step one, in my opinion, would be stop giving the control. Has nothing to do with food. Stop giving the control to other people. You know, other people's happiness, because guess what? When you start working on yourself and your mindset and your happiness, the people around you will become happier. But when you sit there and you focus on other people being happy, or you allow other people's circumstances to impact you in your happiness, it's just going to drag you down. And not saying that you shouldn't be empathetic, but you shouldn't allow it to drag you down the way that emotions do, and the way that emotional eating impacts us. So, take back that control. Take back that mindset. Give yourself 30 minutes a day. Give yourself 30 minutes a day to listen to PD, personal development, to meditate, and take back that control of your happiness, and stop relying on other people or other circumstances or your money or your bank account or your house or whatever to make you happy, because it's not. It never will. So maybe we emotionally eat because our emotions aren't met. But our emotions aren't met because of our own insufficiencies, our own laziness, our own complacency. So start looking into yourself and being happy with yourself. And you can be happy with yourself and still move forward and still have a better life and still make a better version of yourself. That is completely possible. But I highly recommend that you stop giving the power to other people, other things, other circumstances. Take back that power of your happiness. And when you are happy, the people around you will be happier too. You will no longer yo-yo diet. You will no longer, because here's depend on food. Because like when, you know, if we depend on our relationships for happiness and then those go to shit, then what do? We depend on our finances for happiness or money, and then that goes to shit. What do? Then we go to, you know, shopping, and does that really satisfy us? No. Then what do? We go to food. And for some of us, food isn't even the last resort. So if you're happy, you're no longer relying on other people's validation or making other people happy to make you happy. You're making yourself happy first. And you will no longer rely on food or shopping or circumstances or people or relationship status to make you happy. So take back the power. Take back the control. You know, meditate. Be grateful for what you have and work towards what you want. Dig into personal development. Find something that speaks to you. And take back that control, shift your mindset, and it's a lot easier when you are happy to have the other people around you be happy too, because you're not depending on them. You do it yourself, and you'll realize too you're not as an emotional chaotic wreck, and you don't emotionally eat as much. You don't emotionally eat when you're sad, happy, pissed, stressed, angry, because your mindset is shifting, you're changing, and you're no longer giving other people or other circumstances the power on your happiness. So stop giving other people the power on your happiness and start taking control back yourself. If you are an emotional eater, and this video connects with you anyway, like and share this video, and let me know. I have a group for recovering emotional eaters no matter what stage you're at, and I would love to add you to it. Have a great day. Bye.